Welcome back to Two Vets, Two Mics, episode 12.
We're on 12?
Yeah, we're on 12. So I got contacts. That's why I comb my hair.
Wow. I didn't even notice.
Did I comb my hair?
No, I noticed the hair. I didn't notice the lack of glasses.
Yeah, I got contacts today. Went to go get my eyes checked, and then the lady was like, Jesus Christ, your eyes went to shit. And I was like, sorry?
It's because they're emotional, and if you talk to them like that, I don't know what you're expecting.
Yeah. She flicked me in the eyeball.
That ought to do it.
She's like, yeah, let me knock it back in place. Look at that, you're not cross-eyed anymore. I'm not cross-eyed. My sister's cross-eyed.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But it's not cool either when like she would get after all of us, me and my younger brothers, because it was like she was getting after us like two at a time. So it was just, you never knew who she was talking to. She's gonna hate this part.
Yeah. It's like the opposite of the lazy eye.
Yeah. No, her job, or her eyes were working two different jobs.
That's it, bro. She's gonna cancel us.
Yep. She's like, I'm done watching this fucking podcast. And it's like, were you ever really watching it? I feel like you were never really fully invested. You were 50% watching. The other 50%, God knows what your fucking chameleon eye was doing. No, she's not cross-eyed. I don't know if you saw some of the remarks that were made from our last episode. I was talking about gun control and stuff.
On the Gmail?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we probably have like one email in that entire inbox.
No, we have actually there's like 150 emails in there.
Yeah, but the like verify your account don't count.
No, I'm not counting those. I'm not counting. I'm counting the upload successful emails. Yeah, no, we got quite a few emails in there. I just need to sort through them and some of the stuff.
Well, now we have the Facebook.
Yeah, and now we have the Facebook page, so that's great. Just gotta get a little interaction going on.
No, I'm saying so they could just send messages through there.
Even better. Yeah, the email really is more so for like if somebody's trying to send a long ass video or something.
Yeah, for sponsors.
Yeah, it's just a professional.
Looking at you, Subway.
Dude, I would fucking shit myself if ever we got a sponsor and it was Subway.
I would change my name to Jared.
Fogel?
Whatever that dude's name was.
Yeah, Jared Fogel.
Was it really?
Yeah, Jared Fogel the Fondler.
Yeah, and then I'll do whatever
the Fondler
he did.
part came after.
No, I'll do it during.
Well, I mean, he technically was doing it during.
I'll make it public.
He was like, did you see the documentary on Jared Fogel?
I didn't know there was a documentary.
Dude, there's a whole ass documentary on it, and it is fucking...
What was he accused of?
Well, he was convicted of being a pedophile. Yeah.
You know my stance on them.
Make them protect the schools from mass shootings. Who's more invested than the pedophile?
Exactly. That's gonna be why we get canceled.
Yeah, because you support Jared Fogel. Jared Fogel the Fondler. Yeah, no, man, his the documentary is like pretty intense. Yeah, it's super fucking disgusting. You know which one was actually super fucking gross? Surviving R. Kelly. I still have yet to be able to finish that one. That one was legitimately fucking disgusting.
Never seen it.
Yeah, R. Kelly was this fucking like 28. He was our age, hanging around like fucking middle schools. Like, I'm a fucking pop singer. I don't know why he's Michael Jackson.
He probably was talking to him like that.
I'm a pop singer. I'll give you a career in music.
Was Michael Jackson ever?
No, never convicted. Accused, but never convicted. So as far as I'm concerned, he's innocent. His music is dope.
Yeah, same.
And honestly, look, I'm gonna be dead honest. And we're probably gonna get canceled for this honesty.
Mm-hmm.
But even if he was convicted, I would still be like, I love
his music. His music is
just
the
great.
bomb.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't separate him. Bill Cosby though, I could separate it.
Which one's Bill Cosby?
All right. Bill Cosby's the comedian, black comedian.
He's black?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Wait, do you really not know who Bill Cosby is?
I think I do. He's old.
Yeah. Well, now he's old. Yeah. Yeah. Bill Cosby. He was always called like America's dad or whatever. But yeah, no, he wasn't convicted of being a pedophile. He was convicted of being a rapist, a serial rapist.
Who's that dude that came out in Zombieland?
That's Bill Murray. Not him. He's not convicted of any rapes.
That's good.
Yeah, that would be sad. I'd be pretty bummed out about it. Is there... Okay, so I know you're more about music than you are like comedy and stuff. So is there a musical artist, aside from Taylor Swift...
R. Kelly?
Aside from R. Kelly, that you would be legitimately hurt or like it would just fucking ruin your day or whatever if they got arrested and convicted of some type of crime.
Oh, yeah, bro. Look, fuck. Anybody you look up to, you're just like, man, I just really didn't expect that from them.
Who? Wait, which artist? That would affect you, that you would be like, fuck.
Oh, I mean, that would affect me.
Yeah.
That's kind of different. I don't give a shit about anybody. I don't even give a shit about myself.
Well, come on. All right. So if Taylor Swift was convicted of being a pedophile, you wouldn't be like, fuck, dude.
I'd be like, my life is a lie.
Yeah, see? So you
You said aside from her.
All right. Well, that's what I'm saying. There's no other artist or anybody that you would be like, what the fuck?
All of her backup dancers and singers.
That would be shocking.
And the band.
If all of them?
Maybe not the band.
I was shocked when they got Jeffrey Epstein, dude. I was like, what?
I don't even know who that is.
What a... I just smacked my nose on the microphone.
I was going to say Metallica, but really only half of Metallica I would be surprised with. The other half is like, I can't say I didn't see it coming.
I feel like I would... See, I wouldn't care musicians... I'd be like, whatever, shocker, or whatever. But if it was like specific stand-up comics, I'd be fucking like if Dave Chappelle, I would be.
Bro, Dave Chappelle looks like he has Pedophile Island.
No, Dave Chappelle's a wholesome dude. He's a cool guy. Other comics too, like Tom Segura or Bert Kreischer. Like I would be devastated for a minute. I'd be like, fuck.
Hey there, fellas. Are you curious about how your love muscle measures up? Do you want to know if you're a contender or a pretender? Then you need the Woodpecker app, the only app that will tell you the honest truth about your twig and berries. The Woodpecker app is simple to use. Just snap a photo of your manhood, upload it to the app, and our team of experts will give you a rating on a pecker scale. And for a small fee, you'll receive a personalized Woodpecker appraisal certificate. You can hang it on your wall, frame it, or even take it out to the tree we plant in your name. Yes, that's right. For every appraisal, we'll plant a tree in your name so you can visit your tree and your woodpecker at the same time. So what are you waiting for? Download the Woodpecker app today and find out if you're a mighty oak or a weak sapling. Warning, the Woodpecker app may cause sudden confidence or loss of interest in non-rated genitals that amp you from those with lower ratings. Use at your own risk.
All right, so somebody sent us a requested topic.
Oh, people with their fucking like real topics like that. Stop sending me that bullshit.
Yeah, look, here's kind of the stuff we wanna talk about. Boobs, butts, and balls. Excellent on that last one.
Denim versus slacks. I'll go on forever about how I only wear shorts.
This is true. I'm not gonna zoom out so that you can see it, but it's true. Every episode. Every episode.
It strengthens the mitochondria.
I don't even know what?
You know what the mitochondria is.
I actually don't.
You know what it does.
I don't know what it does.
Bro, the internet is gonna roast you if you say that.
What does it do? What is a mitochondria?
You don't have to know nothing about the mitochondria, except that it is the powerhouse of the cell.
Well, somebody made their science teacher very
Everybody
proud.
knows this.
I don't know this.
I'm surprised you don't know this.
I don't know this.
You must have failed science.
What is science?
Exactly.
What is science?
If you were a hot science teacher back
back in the day.
or still are.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy to me is knowing that we know teachers now that we went to school with, and just people that we know that are in their early 20s, mid 20s, and late 20s now that became teachers, and so we see them on social media, and you're like, God, man, how the fuck are you partying so hard on a Tuesday, bitch? You got school tomorrow
with kids.
And then and I think back on it, and I'm like, dude, that's probably what was going on with us every time we had a movie day.
Yeah.
That's probably just the teacher was hungover as fuck.
Well,
we thought it was the best day ever. Yeah.
There was very few young ones though, I think.
Well, that we considered, because if you think about it,
that's true. There's no limit. Even
the ones that we thought were old, dude, they were in their 20s.
The old ones were still getting hammered.
Still getting Miss T. You know who I'm talking about with the eyes.
She just go home and drink a couple fingers of whiskey every night. Beat her husband.
And yell at him about grammar.
Yeah.
There's no comma here.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Or Miss Fowl. You remember Miss Fowl?
From Jimmy Neutron?
Yeah. She was a substitute teacher. We had a substitute teacher they called Miss Fowl. The bird lady.
Yeah, but that's not what they called her. She was usually... I don't know why I'm so good with these names right now. But
yeah, dude, you're on fire right now with these fucking names.
She was like a half-ass substitute teacher, but she was more of like a teacher aide, in training for our English teacher, Miss Carodi.
Yeah.
She was such a mom figure.
What a fucking snitch.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that sub snitched on us all the time. Do you remember when they made her cry? When they shoved her into a closet and locked her in?
No, but I heard of this.
Yeah, I was in that class. And
yeah, I did it.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
I punched her in her turkey throat.
I got questioned about it because I was a troublemaker, so they just assumed. And that was the first time ever that that middle school assumed I had something to do with a terrible thing that happened. But a couple kids fucking started shouting at her, and she was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. She went into the supply closet to grab something, and they closed it and locked her in. And then she was like banging on the door and like a bunch of shit. And
there's
she started crying. She got real quiet at some point. And everybody was like,
I don't think there's any way you can get locked in there.
Well, they held her in. She was a tiny woman.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she was a tiny woman. She had like these fucking 4 fucking, middle school kids aren't that big, but like.
Yeah, she was tiny too.
She was tiny. And so they like locked her in there. And she started crying. She got quiet. Eventually, I think one of the girls got up, left the classroom, and went and got security. Because it went from like a funny, harmless prank to like very cruel.
There's just anarchy in there.
Yeah. And then I got pulled into the office, and they were not necessarily accusing me, but they were directly accusing me, saying that I was a part of that group that had to do it. And I was like, no. I was like, this one actually wasn't me.
I feel bad for saying this or having thought this, but I thought that she was like mentally challenged, and she was just there as like I don't know, maybe she was family members with that teacher, maybe with the principal or somebody, and she was just kind of like...
That's what you thought back then?
Yeah. But then I had an actual conversation with her. Like, nobody was being a fucking tool. And I found out that she just, like, speaks real shit English.
Yeah.
So she was talking to me in Spanish. And we just had a normal conversation. And I was like, you all right?
Mm-hmm.
You all right?
You aido in Spanish.
Yeah.
But yeah, she wasn't that bad. Like, I think back on it and I'm like, yeah, she wasn't that bad.
I do have vivid memory of her pretending to call security and just holding up the phone.
I remember this too. She used to do that.
She did that so much though that people found out and they were just like, you dumb fuck, and then they just pressed the hang up button.
But then it was cool because you think about it and it's like, she didn't really want to get anybody in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, she was just doing the like, I'm gonna call your dad. I'm gonna call your dad thing. Basically, that's what she was doing. So good on her. But the second time I ever got accused by our middle school of starting some bad shit was do you remember the 8th grade food fight? Ended up with like a pizza stain on the ceiling in the cafeteria.
Very vaguely.
I was sitting with Roy and Ramiro.
Bunch of hooligans.
And we were doing a weird Teletubby thing with our hair. I don't know why we were doing that. I don't remember why. But we had little...
Yeah.
Whatever. And we were sitting in the cafeteria on the back wall nearest the doors. And it had been rumored for like a week that there was going to be a food fight on Pizza Day, Friday.
Not Pizza Day, bro.
And this is like the cafeteria. I had never seen the cafeteria this full. It was standing room, bro. There were people just standing, eating food, waiting. Like,
pretending to eat food.
Yeah, pretending. And then it got real fucking quiet. It was full. There was so many security guards and teachers in there because they had also heard the same rumors. And then out of nowhere, and I remember who started it. Do you remember Steven? Everyone remembers Steven. Ghetto kid.
Probably.
You remember he had a real thick Mexican accent?
That doesn't narrow it down.
Yeah, it really didn't. Sorry. He threw I think it was like the little tray of pineapple over his fucking head.
I can feel the crinkling.
The crinkling of it, yeah. And the flimsy fucking thin plastic.
Yeah.
And he flinged it over his head. And then just all fucking hell broke loose. Food started flying everywhere. Teachers were getting hit with food. Security guards were getting hit with food. Roy, Ramiro, and I, we got up. We're like, let's get the fuck out of here. So we start to go. And as we're going, a pizza hits like a silver bin that's next to me or right in front of me. And we make our way out. They calm down the food fight. And then everyone gets to their next class. I get called into the principal's office.
As you should.
As I should have. And they were like, we know you started this food fight.
We have it on video evidence.
Yeah, and they were like, we have the cameras. And I was like, well, pull them up. I can tell you exactly where I was sitting.
We have it on good authority.
Yeah. And I had to do that. They pulled up the foot, and I was like, look, that's me right there. That little blurry, because the cameras were shit.
Yeah.
Like, that is me right there, getting up and walk. And it didn't help. Apparently, and I didn't know this, I got hit with a pizza. I had a pizza stain on my ribs. It was like those movies where like there's a massive shootout or whatever,
Yeah.
and the whatever protagonist and their buddies get to safety, and then one of them's like hiding a bullet wound. It's like, I was actually hit.
He didn't even notice he got hit. It was just the adrenaline.
Yeah, that's literally basically me, but with pizza. That was the second time I'd ever gotten accused of something.
I mean, you just looked like you did it though.
Yeah, I got in trouble a lot. Miss Santos, the principal, she ended up liking me though by 8th grade. So
You look like you started the food fight in the middle school 4 years ago.
That was a food fight 4 years ago?
Probably.
Probably.
It was probably you.
Dude, that was my first food fight, I think. It was great. It was a great food fight. All right, so we flew off topic here.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah. Somebody sent us an email, and they wanted us to talk about what we think about the death penalty.
Oh my God, this is what we started with.
This is what we started with, yeah. Yeah, we're back. Full circle, baby. They wanted us to talk about the death penalty, what we thought about it, and our stance on it, I guess. I'm probably misinterpreting it. I put it up on the screen for you guys so you'll know that we fucked up the question, but I agree with the death. I think every state should have the death penalty. What about you?
It's just like there's pros and cons to both. Like a part of me wants to just be like, fuck it, kill everyone who gets more than 10 years. And then the other side is like, but what if they're not guilty after 10 years?
Yeah. I think there should be like very specific rules to it. Like, you know what? If you're convicted of being like a pedophile, you should get the death penalty without question. You shouldn't be allowed to. I mean, granted, man, but see, then there's gray area there. Because I think about people that have been convicted of that were completely innocent, that were just wrongfully accused or something, and so yeah, there's a lot of
There's got to be some that are just like pretty straightforward. Like, there's no way around it. Like, this is you. You did it.
Yeah.
You're done.
I think if it's irrefutable evidence, I think that's probably the correct way to it. Irrefutable evidence that you did commit the crime, that you are a pedophile. Irrefutable evidence that you're that, or irrefutable evidence that you're a murderer. But I also think it depends on the murder. Like, I don't think you should get the death penalty for every murder. I think very specific ones, like mothers or fathers that murder their entire families, kill them. Fuck them. We don't need them.
I feel like any premeditated murder.
Dude, a fruit fly just flew in front of my face.
Eat it.
Yeah. Why any premeditated murder?
Because they thought about it. They wanted to do it.
So you don't think that crimes of passion should be put on death row?
What does that mean?
A crime of passion is like you and I are in a heated argument, and then I kill you during that argument. That's a crime of passion, right? It wasn't premeditated. It just happened.
Oh no, I'm not saying limited to premeditated.
But you're saying like for sure premeditated should be on death row. Yeah. I think I can agree with that. Yeah. But I'm also weird. I think everybody should be allowed to murder one person a year. For freezies. Like, you get one a year. You get a little QR code. And like,
wait, do we get to choose?
Yeah, you choose who you murder.
I thought like the government tells you who to kill.
No, you can choose who you can use it at any. You don't get rollover murders, right? You can't save up your murders.
Or you could do the last day of the year and the first day of the year, and then get two kills back to back.
Yeah, but then you gotta wait the whole year, and then you get your next one.
That's fine. It was worth it.
Yeah.
Unless they kill you.
Yeah, unless you're somebody that gets murdered.
Like every year, we just go down in half population.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You get a little QR code. You stand by. You murder somebody. Cops show up. They're armed, and you go whoa, 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 and then you hold up your phone. They scan your QR code. They're like, oh, yep, he had one.
Yep, this is his.
You're good. You can't murder anybody under the age of 18.
25.
They
have to be allowed to buy an AR.
Fair. Yeah, they got to be allowed. Yeah. So like, you get your one murder. You shouldn't. Yeah, you should get punished because you should be thoughtful. Like, I can't. Oh, okay. I get one murder a year. You're in your car with your family. Let me just fucking blow up your car. He was my target. I got my one a year. I'm sorry. It was collateral damage. No,
that was intentional. You wanted to kill everybody in the car.
No. I didn't know that they were all going to be in there.
That's different. I thought you meant more like, I shot some dude with a gun and it killed the neighbor's dog.
You gotta be thoughtful about your murder.
All right.
Gotta be thoughtful about it. I think that would be great, and then people would be nicer to each other, because you're gonna be like, I don't even know if this guy still has his one.
Well, then the ugliest and fattest people are going anyways, which they should.
Honestly, you know what? It'd probably be the most attractive people going first. They wouldn't even see it coming.
But if we just kill all the guys,
all the uglies would level out the playing field. But think about it. That would be great. You get one a year.
It's like so easy to think like that, but then the first year somebody kills you.
That would suck.
It's for the greater good. It's okay.
For the greater good. Yeah, it's for the greater good.
You kill yourself. Everybody just kills themselves.
You can't kill anybody under the age of 25. Anybody over the age of 90 is free game. Doesn't even affect your one a year.
But you can't kill anybody under 25. But at what year are you eligible to kill?
Oh, you shouldn't be allowed until you're 25. I think that's fair, right? If I can't be murdered under 25, I shouldn't be allowed to go out murdering. And plus, anyone under the age of 25, they're probably making dumb choices anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And go kill their...
Yeah. And unlike the films of The Purge, government officials are totally on the table. Because they had immunity in those films. Where it was like, no government person, blah, blah, no politicians, or fuck that. Fuck that. Everyone is free fucking game. Guarantee they start making some better fucking choices.
Guarantee funeral homes go up in price.
Oh, dude, I'd be investing so hard. I'd be hard while investing. And then the irony is I end up getting buried by my own funeral home. I'm murdered in the first year. First half of the year.
What about it?
That's you're only allowed to murder somebody in the first half of the year. Not trying to ruin somebody's Christmas day.
You have to give them a heads up when you're gonna murder them.
It's like a game of what was that game? It was a ninja or whatever the fuck. You stab somebody with a marker, pretend stab. I got you, bitch. You're next. What were we talking about? Death penalty, right? I agree with it. I think we should have it. I know
the guillotine.
That the taxpayers are the ones that are paying for it. For everybody that's living on fucking death row. But I don't care, man. I think it's a good thing. I think it's good. Guillotine would be dope, but they don't die immediately. Electric chair, just not. I mean, our cars are electric.
Yeah, but do you feel pain after the guillotine?
No.
So it's fine.
But you're conscious. That's so. I would fucking.
Your eyes are just like looking around, like,
jeez.
Is this what it's like to be?
Getting your head decapitated by a guillotine must be like when you say goodbye on the phone and then nobody hangs up, but nobody notices, and then you can still hear them, and then you start hearing the other person on the other line talking shit. That's got to be what that's like. They chop your head off, and then they're just like, "Whew, man, good. Fuck that guy." And you're just in the basket, you're rolling your eyes like, "Fucking hate that guy." I knew he was gonna talk shit as soon as I was gone. But yeah, on average, it's like I'm not gonna give an average because I don't remember the exact number, but it's like 100+ people get taken off of death row while they're on it, and it's like 4.01% or something like that of people get found to be innocent while they're on death row. So
kill them too.
You shouldn't have been on it in the first place. But yeah, so I think to answer that question of like what I think on like how long it takes for somebody to get actually executed, I think it's a good thing, because yes, you're convicted, and yes, you're going to be put to death, but 4% is a huge number when we're talking about death. So, I think it's worth it. Now, I don't believe in putting people in prison for life. I think that's fucking stupid. Kill them. If they're gonna spend their whole life in prison, just kill them. Why let them live until they're fucking 80 in prison for what? Because prison is supposed to be rehabilitation, right? That's the whole point of it. We're supposed to put people in prison and then they come back into society, better people, better citizens, ready to, change their ways. If you sentence somebody to life in prison, what the fuck is then?
They're gonna change for the afterlife.
Yeah, then it's like you're not fucking doing anything but wasting.
That's how you start shit in prison, because these people don't care.
Yeah, they're like, what fuck are you gonna do to me? Put me in the hole? You give a shit. I'm here for the rest of my life. Dude.
Hopefully, I'll die.
Yeah, so. Like, I think anything over 25 years, anything over a quarter of your life, you should just be put to death. If what you did is so bad that we got to take more than a quarter of your life, put to death. What do you think?
I think it depends on what age they are currently.
Give me some examples.
Like an 18-year-old, 25 years, you still got a big life after that.
You're in your 40s after that.
Still got a big life.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but 18-year-old sentenced to 50 years.
Yeah, but you said 25.
Well, yeah. Okay, so.
I think it should be a percentage of your remaining life.
Okay.
Remaining life.
How do you, and would we just calculate that based on the average? Or would you do it based off of like the person's family history? Right? Because like the average is going to be what, 70, 80? But let's say your family history, all the males have been dying at like the age of 50. Should we take that?
No, everybody 100.
Everybody at 100?
It's not my fault you eat like shit.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. Take everyone's age into consideration. Yeah, I could see that.
But also, does it really work though? Like, do people really come out model citizens after?
Not a lot
like
of them.
they come out exponentially worse.
I feel like so many of them come out so much worse because prison is just it's not a place of rehabilitation. What are they actually doing to rehabilitate anybody? You know what I mean? Like, what is the purpose of these super max prisons, of these max prison? Like,
I don't know. Also, we have no idea what actually goes on in there, so it could be.
well, I've had a couple friends that have been in prison, and you ask the questions, and it's the same shit. It's like, yeah, man, fucking murders happen, gang fights happen, all this, like, it's exactly what you're told prison is like. It's exactly what it is. I also watched Shawshank Redemption. I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, nobody's coming out of there a fucking model citizen. Right, like you're coming out way worse. You're fucked up mentally.
Yeah, you don't even know how to like acclimate to the society.
Yeah.
You're okay with going back in.
Yeah, you become institutionalized. All of a sudden, that's the life you know. And especially at such a young age, right? People go in 16, 15 years old, you can be charged as an adult for a crime. Imagine that, going in at 15 years old. You're sentenced to, 30 fucking years. You come out 45 years old. Your whole life, everything you've done in your life has been prison. That's all you know. So why the fuck are we putting that person back out? And I understand they pay for their crime, but like, you're really fucking that person over. They have no work history.
You want to kill them at 15?
No. I'm saying that the way that we sentence people is fucked. Because
what do we do in their situation?
15-year-old
gets charged for 50 years.
Gets charged for 50 years.
Kill him.
Kill him.
At 16.
At 25. Kill him at 25.
Like, all right, we're going to let you live in prison, and then we're going to kill you anyways.
Yep.
So you're not incentivized to do anything other than really bad shit, so you can just get killed now.
Good point. Kill him at 15.
Kill him immediately.
Good point.
Straight to jail.
Again, really, I mean, it's super hyper dependent, and it's such a
now we're talking about killing minors.
Yeah, it's a contentious topic for sure. Yeah,
maybe
sure.
Maybe we just let them rot in prison.
Yeah, every pedophile that watches it's just tuned out. Oh, we're not gonna kill the minors. This episode.
That's not who they're after.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. The prison topic's tough. It's definitely tough.
Maybe after a certain age, you just ask them, like, hey, you're going to be here forever. You want to just die? You want to go with the death row dudes?
I don't think they should be with the death row dudes.
It doesn't matter.
Put them in a different thing.
Let them choose how they want to die.
Ooh. You get 3 options. Death by firing squad. Hanging. Guillotine.
But like a old, rusty, unsharpened guillotine. Still heavy enough to go through you. Just won't be smooth.
Yeah. And not like the fucking boat rope fucking coarse hanging rope. Fishing line.
That may or may not break.
Yeah. Strong, tensile strength fishing line. Like the kind of fishing line meant for fucking great white sharks. Not for fucking great white sharks. It's meant for them. I realize sometimes you don't. Yeah, the punctuation isn't there. Yeah, sorry. I know we probably didn't answer the question. You know, it is what it is.
Kill everyone.
Yeah, kill them all. Kill them all. Well, Texas is super big on the death penalty. So,
especially the Alamo.
Yeah. If you were there, you know when. You remember. You got killed. But yeah.
You either remember the Alamo or you were killed in the Alamo.
Yeah, Travis. That's a Alamo reference. So if you know your Alamo history, you'll know.
Travis Scott.
No.
Travis Barker.
No. Neither one of those was in the Alamo. Impossible, actually, for them to have been in the Alamo.
They could have been in there right now.
Well, they could have visited, but I don't think, not during the Battle of the Alamo.
We'll start another one. Bro, we need this simulation. We need to simulate Russia versus the Alamo.
You know what? And it's totally possible. I've seen those fucking. Dude, do you remember the show?
Yes.
Deadliest Warrior.
Yeah.
It's totally doable. What were they using? We need to look this up. And
It's kind of weird because they had to have the budget for it, but they would get somebody who was previously like whatever.
Yeah, it was like
how are we gonna get
a specialist on the thing, and they would do the
active Russian military?
Well, we would. Well, it's easy for us because active Russian military. Okay, it's just Russian doctrine, military doctrine. So you put in all that info is easy because we know the strength of AK. We know what weapons they use. So you know the strength of the caliber and the fucking like you know the capacity of the magazine and stuff.
But like the biggest thing is just a strategy.
Well, yeah. Well, that's why we use their doctrine. That's why we use Russian doctrine.
If we knew that,
we do know that.
We could just wipe them off the face of the earth.
No, we do know that.
Let's kill them.
We can't.
Yes, we
can. Hey there, bathroom warriors. Sick of that flimsy toilet paper that just won't stay put? Want to take control of your wiping game? Introducing the ultimate bathroom weapon, ass kickers. That's right, ass kickers toilet paper glove are the only way to wipe. With ass kickers, you get ultimate control. Goodbye to embarrassing mishaps and hello to confident and clean wiping. It's not just for wiping. Use it for everything from cleaning up spills to picking up after your furry friends. Plus, it's environmentally friendly. Say goodbye to wasteful toilet paper and hello to greener tomorrow. So why settle for less? Upgrade to Ass Kickers today and take control of your bathroom like a true champ. Ass Kickers. The name says it all.
Is it easier to love or to hate?
It's easier to hate, I think.
Sometimes I wonder if we'll ever really know what true love is. If it even exists the way it's portrayed in movies.
That's the gayest shit I've ever heard.
Do you think you've ever truly loved?
Yeah.
What do you love?
My daughter. Without question, I think that's for me. Experiencing the truest love was holding her for the first time.
What else do you love?
You ever gone to KFC and you got in that famous bowl?
I love the Colonel.
I love a lot of things, man. I think I love a lot more things than I hate. But that's not to discredit that I think hating is easier than loving. I think loving is harder. Because there's almost no downside to hating something or someone.
I think we need to distinguish what is love versus really liking something, and then hating versus either not caring or really disliking.
Okay, so what would you classify as loving something versus liking something? What's the distinguishing factor for you?
Can you live without it?
Okay. Well,
that gets thrown out a lot.
Yeah, but I don't like it because it's like you can live without things that you love, right? Like I don't love oxygen, but I can't live without it.
You hear that, folks? You can't say that anymore. You can live without them.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let everybody go. Just be by yourself.
Okay,
Stop
so that's
crying
not
at funerals.
That's not a good way to describe it then.
Yeah, I think if I had to explain love, what loving something or someone is.
Twilight reference.
Is think of it like I'm the lion and you're the lamb. God damn it, sorry. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like
you would do anything in your power
to hold on to that.
Not to hold on to it.
Well,
to make sure they were happy.
Well, yeah, but what if it's a thing?
You can't love things.
You can love things.
No way around it.
You can love things.
If you're comparing your love to things, to inanimate objects,
It's a different love.
to
It's a different
your
love.
daughter,
No,
you
it's
don't
a-
love
it's
one
a,
of those.
It's a different love.
Like what? Like food? You can't love food.
No, I don't like people that say, I love food. You don't love food. You really, really like food, though. No, I mean, like a love for things, right? Like
Maybe there is one.
like getting a house built, right? You love that house. It's or you're getting your first house. You love that house. It's a thing. You love it. It's the first sign of you entering that new chapter in adulthood, right? Like,
Well, then you love that idea. The house is just like a.
well, the house is the idea. It's just the idea come to life. It's the idea come to fruition. So you love the house, right? You love the thing. Right?
You would do anything for your house.
I would do absolutely anything to get.
Now
a
you're
house,
just
yeah.
being weird.
You wouldn't do anything to get a house to yourself, a house that you own.
But I wouldn't already love the house then. I can't get that feeling of do anything for it if I don't already have the house.
Okay, I think I see what.
Again,
I see
we're
what you're
back to you love the idea.
Okay, I think I see what you're saying. All right, so I mean, if we're gonna leave it at just people, right, to simplify it, then yeah, I think you can love a bunch of people. I don't think you're subjected to just loving one. I think you love for different reasons.
Do you love everyone in your family?
No, I actually really fucking dislike a lot of people in my family. But like my siblings, even the ones that I fight with, or the one that I fight with the most, I still love all my siblings. You know, I would still do anything I could.
Or
And that's the thing. I wouldn't do anything for them. I would do whatever I could for them. Like I wouldn't I wouldn't do something that would then put my fam, like my daughter or probably anybody else, in jeopardy of, you know, whether it's losing something financially or physically or whatever for them. So I do love them, but I wouldn't go beyond my means to help.
Are the people you love replaceable?
No, absolutely not. Are the people that you love replaceable? Do you think?
Well, no, but it's like your brothers. You love them because you grew up with them. You spent your whole life with them. But had it been anybody else, that your brother would just be some person.
So so you mean like, okay, so when you're saying replace them, you mean in terms of like, if you went all the way back and just swapped out the person,
Or if you had a brother and you didn't even know they existed. Like you have two brothers, so maybe one of them was like, I don't know, fostered or something.
I don't know. I mean, I've never really been in that situation. I really wouldn't know how it feels, but
You're not just gonna love them.
no, that's correct. I'm not just gonna love them. I think it would be different.
So love takes
Love takes time.
a long time.
Yeah, I don't think love happens immediately. I think infatuation happens immediately. Right?
Are you infatuated with your brother?
No. I mean in terms of I mean in terms of like with like women, for example, right? Like and men, right? Like people say this all the time where they go, "Oh, it was love at first sight." I don't believe that.
No, get out of here.
I don't believe that. I think it was infatuation at first sight. You saw something that you liked.
Your dick fell in love.
Yeah, and you were like, I've got to be with this person.
I don't think women think like that either. I don't give a shit who you are.
You don't think that women can feel love at first? Actually, I really don't.
I don't think anybody can.
I think if anybody was capable of feeling love at first sight,
It's dogs.
and this is outside of children. This is outside of like you're having your own kids. I think if anybody can feel love at first sight, it's men over women. I think men have a better potential of falling in love with something at first sight than women do. And I think it's just because women are more critical thinkers, whereas men we can empty out the noise and just feel and be in a moment.
Well, some men are the complete opposite. It's just noise up there.
Yeah, well, I mean it's
It's
noisy
me.
as fuck up here, but like, yeah, it's pretty noisy. But
That's a conversation for some. We gotta have a woman in here.
yeah, oh, absolutely. But okay, but so without having to dive too deep into it, but do you agree that men have the ability to just kind of shut their brain off and just function and just be in a moment, right? It's like watching a game.
I feel like you do. I feel like I do. I feel like a lot of men do.
Right.
But there's also a big chunk that can't.
Well, I'm speaking on average, right?
I don't think it's an average either.
Really.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, yeah. Well, general. We'll rehash this portion of it whenever we get a female guest. But I genuinely think that men have the ability to fall in love at first sight before women, or over women. But
Let's digress.
Let's digress back.
Loving is very hard.
I think loving is very, very hard. I think hating is so much easier, and that's why you shouldn't do it as much.
What do you hate?
I hate pina coladas. I hate making love at midnight.
I feel like I can only hate things that
Well, let's keep the topic on people.
they have a direct impact on my life. Why do I hate it? Why do you hate pina coladas?
It was just a song.
Oh, the song?
Yeah, if you
Fucking
love
hate
pina
that song.
coladas. I hate getting caught in the rain. No, I actually enjoy all of those things, but no. Let's keep it on people. Are there people that you hate?
Well, if we established you can't love things, but maybe you can hate things, and maybe that's why it's easier to hate.
Well, no, I agree. I think it is. I think you can hate things, and it makes it easier. But I want to keep it on people, just in general, just as a thought experiment. But let's define hate, right? We defined love, right, to an extent. So let's to an extent define hate. What you think hating a person is.
I just said it. Something that has to have a direct impact on my life. If I can't just hate someone and then they live in the other side of the world.
Do you think that those two things can be opposite? Do you think you can love somebody that you've never, that hasn't impacted your life? Maybe they're in your life, but they haven't impacted your life. Do you think you can love someone like that?
I feel like no, but I feel like
it's a possibility, like for someone.
No, like they probably did impact your life. You just didn't.
You don't see how.
Yeah.
Okay. So
like Taylor Swift.
Is there okay? Yeah.
Mother.
Is there a person or persons, and don't name drop them, even if you do, I'll censor it out. But is there a person or persons in your life that you hate? That like you hear of and you're just like fucking just go.
Tough one. I don't think so.
I got a couple. But again, because it's so easy to hate. Do you think that...
I just don't think it's... In my mind, I don't think it's hate. Like, people would do things that I don't like. I think it's annoying. I'm not going to hate them.
Okay. Do you think that you can fall out of hate, and do you think you can fall out of love?
I think it's easier to fall out of hate. Because whatever you hate, whoever you hate, maybe for me, because I haven't had some big turning point in my life where I have to hate somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times, if I feel like I hate somebody, an apology will fix it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's easier to fall out of hate than it is falling out of love with a person. And that probably just boils back down to how easy hate is. It's so easy to fall into hate and so easy to fall out of hate, versus where with like love, it's so hard to fall or to feel love for somebody, but once you do, it's so difficult to take that love away.
And even just like at the basic point of view, like you date someone, you're obviously not going to love them immediately. You really enjoy hanging out with them. A few weeks into it, maybe a few months into it, you can tell yourself you love them. And then you date for a while, you love each other, and they wreck your heart. You're still going to love them. You might even forgive them after a while.
Yeah.
Because you love them.
I think that arguing with somebody that you hate also feels really good, in my opinion, because more often than not, when you hate somebody, you're avoiding the person. You're going out of, I mean, maybe you're not going out of your way hardcore to like avoid the person, but you're you're not putting yourself in a position to be around or even have a conversation, whether productive or not, with that person.
Yeah.
Whether constructive or not.
If you really hate someone, you won't even talk to them.
Yeah. But when the stars align and you end up, you know, having to have that conversation with the person you hate, and you have that fight, it kind of feels good because you're getting all that anger and that hatred out of your system, and then that's where the making up part comes up.
It's those fights where you're both arguing your points, but you're not even listening to what the other person's saying. You're almost just using each other to vent.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. You're just using each other to vent, to say the hateful shit that you want to say, hurt whatever fucking feelings you want to hurt, and then at the end of it is just kind of big weights are lifted, and then you can make up. Even if there wasn't love there, there's almost always a makeup portion, a portion there where you're like, all right, well, that was everything I had to say.
Yeah, go make up with someone.
Yeah, so if you go yell at whoever you hate. That's the message here. Whoever you hate, just go fucking yell.
Without a gun.
Without a gun. Or make sure you have your QR code. Make sure you have it ready and stand by for the cops. Yeah, man, what a deep conversation. I really enjoyed that, actually.
So from all of us here at Two Vets, Two Mics,
Two of us.
remember, the light at the end of the tunnel may be you. Good night, folks. Was that too early?
No, I liked it. That was good. All right. Good night.